my eye, because I think what was that like from bittersweet to the poison?
Yeah, yeah, it gets even more dramatic as it goes on.
Okay.
And like I said, the main character, her name is Kyla, she had to deal with a lot of stuff, a lot of toxin, as you say, by herself. And so she didn't think she was going to be able to deal with it. She even ended up going, counseling and things of that sort to try to deal with it. But at the right time, at the right moment, towards the end of the book, everyone pulls together and helps her through this tough time that she's going through. So those were good books for me.
Hey, check them out. We're going to talk about where they can check them out at. The next book.
Love Thyself.
Wow.
Love Thyself speaks for itself.
It speaks for itself.
Yes, Love Thyself is a self-esteem book for women. And I wrote it specifically for African American, Latino, Asian, other
minority
women.
Right. Women of color. I don't like the word, because honestly, we're not the minorities anymore.
We're the majority.
We're the majority. So, honestly, just women of color.
Right.
Okay.
And I wanted to write it. People ask me, why are you excluding a whole nother group of people? But I feel like we, as people of color, have different issues, different things we're working on, and self-esteem is a big part of it. The world has really beat us down.
Right. And let's be honest about that. Because you know me, a lot of people think that be like, well, she's biased, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just pro-black. That's just who I am. I know who God has called me and who He's called me for. It's not that. I see a nation of people that really have been oppressed, regressed, and suppressed. So it's just like, if that was the case, then you could say the same thing about Moses. Because Moses, although he had, was raised by the Egyptians and in Pharaoh's court, he still was an Israelite, and so in the midst of that, I said, well, if that's the case, then Moses was biased, because he had a heart for the people, and the people were being treated unfairly. And honestly, women of color, especially African American nationality, the African American nationality is really and have really been dealt the wrong hand. In a very abusive hand. And when the world starts being real about that, no, I'm not trying to go back into slavery, but I'm talking about what is a reality right now.
Yep. It's still going on right now.
It's still going on right now.
Things that happened back then.
Okay, let's talk about that, because I really think, especially my viewing audience, a lot of African American women, they watch me. A lot of African American men, they watch me. And I really think that they need to understand that they are so loved and they have purpose. And, they are kings. They are queens. They come from royalty. And I think that's been the breakdown.
Right.
I shared with someone that, I'll be with you momentarily, caller. I shared with someone to watch the DVD Hidden Colors. Let me